Justice is here for Donald Trump as Jack Smith's day of reckoning has come. You guys have got to check this out.
The bearded freak who is a disgrace to his profession, who should be disbarred, who, of course, was going after Donald Trump, who raided President Trump's home. Jack Smith was behind the raid of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Jack Smith, turns out you can't actually prosecute a sitting president, and Donald Trump's your boss, bitch. Donald Trump's your daddy. Who's your daddy? Donald Trump. Jack Smith has been fired, ladies and gentlemen. According to Fox News, DOJ is now confirming that Jack Smith will be gone before Trump is sworn in. They confirm that Jack Smith's cases will all be dropped. Like Davis saying, and the probes of Jack Smith will open on January 20th. DOJ officials are evaluating how to wind down 2 federal criminal cases against Donald Trump before he takes office to comply with longstanding department policy that sitting presidents will not be prosecuted. 2 people familiar with the matter tell NBC. The DOJ cannot prosecute a sitting president. This is so delicious.
News about special counsel Jack Smith, this man right here. Donald Trump said recently that he would fire Jack Smith, quote, within 2 seconds of taking office. Well, we found out that he may not have that opportunity. The reason is that the Department of Justice, where Jack Smith works, cannot prosecute a sitting president. Fox News is told that Jack Smith will be gone from his post as special counsel, meaning the cases will be gone before Trump takes the oath of office at noon on January 20th. This is the documents case, though that was dropped already by Judge Eileen Cannon back over the summer, and it's on appeal, but also this case for Trump's alleged efforts to try to overturn the 2020 election. So given the fact DOJ policy says you cannot prosecute a sitting president, expect Jack Smith's cases to be done. The last case, and I'll end on this, is that Atlanta case that deals with the 2020 elections. That's a local Georgia case. We've seen over the last year how that has played out with Fonnie Willis, Nathan Wade. That has many problems, many different delays. So the bottom line for my story to all of you right now, Donald Trump's legal problems have essentially all gone away.
What should have happened from the very beginning is that Joe Biden should have pardoned Donald Trump against all of these BS crimes that they're throwing at him with zero evidence. What they did is election interference in my mind. You were attacking a political opponent. That is as banana republic as it gets. Joe Biden, the guy who ran on uniting this country, if he actually wants to do that, what he should do is pardon Donald Trump, and in return, when Donald Trump takes office, he will pardon Joe Biden and Hunter Biden from all of their crimes as well. It's not a perfect system, but I think it's what needs to be done to unite us as a country.
What man intends for evil, God intends for good. Trump to Jack Smith. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Please let the door hit you on the way out. And also what's going to hit Jack Smith on the way out is probably 100,000 different subpoenas from Mike Davis and some of our friends who have promised, actually, that that's exactly what they're going to do to Jack Smith. Leo Terrell, who's a lawyer, says, please let me fire Jack Smith, says President Trump. Well, the DOJ says, hold our beer. We're going to fire Jack Smith for you. Save your records, Jack Smith. Everyone's saying the same thing. GFY, Jack Smith, says the great Julie Kelly. Announce an investigation in the special counsel office and collusion with the Biden White House immediately. Jack Smith has just filed a superseding indictment against Donald Trump. He did this, ladies and gentlemen, on the eve of the election, just 90 days out from an election, in order to rig an election against Donald Trump. Jack Smith should be put in prison. Jack Smith should be put in prison for colluding to rig an election against President Trump. Jack Smith belongs in jail. Up until just 2 weeks ago, Jack Smith was continually filing indictments against Donald Trump to try and create a news cycle around President Trump and to try and rig the election. Special Counsel Jack Smith is in active talks with senior leadership at the DOJ, evaluating the ways that he can end his prosecution. Bye, Felicia. Merrick Garland, Lisa Monaco, Jack Smith, Matthew Colangelo. All of you need to save your receipts, emails, voicemails, text messages, day planners, diaries, notes, financials, and bank statements. There isn't enough money in the world that can stop the lawfare tornado that is about to rip you to pieces. Oh, it's just glorious. Donald Trump's legal problems have all gone away. The legal problems of Jack Smith have just begun. Ladies and gentlemen, on our program, Mike Davis was sounding off about what's going to happen to Jack Smith. You can tell how terrified they are, by the way. Look at the look in their eyes on NBC News.
He takes office, citing the long-standing DOJ policy that sitting presidents can't be prosecuted. And there was some thought that maybe Special Counsel Jack Smith was going to sprint through the finish line, was going to work up until the last day, force Trump to fire him, wait till a new attorney general was appointed. But that does not appear to be the thinking inside the department. The thinking is that these cases can't go forward. There's no reasonable prospect of getting to trial within the 3 months before Donald Trump takes office. These cases are mired in legal issues that would be appealed all the way to the Supreme Court had Donald Trump lost the election. So now that he's won the election, DOJ officials are thinking that, look, there's just no room to move in these cases. And so the sensible thing to do is to figure out a way to wind them down. And it may stem from Donald Trump's lawyers filing some kind of motion or making a request saying, in light of the DOJ policy, you need to drop these cases. Now, there are a few wrinkles here, one of which is that the classified documents case includes 2 other defendants who are not subject to that policy, and it's been dismissed, obviously, but that dismissal has been appealed, and the DOJ considers that ruling to be very bad law, that it would like to be overturned. So that appeal may continue in some form, but the reality is that Donald Trump is not going to be a part of these cases. And what this means, I mean, we knew this, right? But just coming to grips with what this means intellectually is that Donald Trump is not likely to be held accountable on these very serious federal criminal charges that many people believe were worse than what Richard Nixon did.
The mainstream media is an absolute joke. How he can say that on national television with a straight face is beyond me. Because Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, all of them have done questionable things, but the DOJ just refuses to look their way, refuses to investigate. When it comes to Donald Trump, they have a fine-tooth comb going through his entire life, looking for anything to prosecute the guy. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, you have to admit there was a witch hunt out to get this man. The man was, what, 78 years old, never committing a crime in his entire life, and within a span of a year, when he decides to run for president, he gets 84 charges thrown against him? Come on, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize these people are playing political games. So if these people play hardball with Donald Trump for these next couple months until he gets inaugurated, Trump may have to just release the pit bulls to go after these guys. Because the American people are getting sick and tired of a 2-tier justice system in America. Letitia James, Judge Engeron, Jack Smith, these people are all political hacks just trying to take down Donald Trump, and the American people are sick of it.
Terrified. This scumbag reporter, this guy needs to be exposed. He's such a deep state tool. This guy is like this guy is such a garbage reporter. Like everything that needs to be laundered out that is fake about any type of news cycle goes through Ken Dallian there at NBC News. If you want real news, you come to this program where you heard yesterday on the eve of President Trump's historic victory, Mike Davis explaining exactly what's about to happen to Jack Smith. Enjoy. Mike, what happens with a Trump Justice Department? This is always where we sort of end in our interviews because I want to vision cast for people. Because we just walked through the litany of what President Trump has been through, starting with the mugshot and going well beyond the Mar-a-Lago raids. What does a Trump Justice Department look like? You are clearly a legal architect for the vision of what Trump justice would look like in this country. Can you expound?
So I want President Trump to pick an attorney general who's going to bring back dignity and justice to the Justice Department. I'm not going to do it. As you know, Ben, I can't get confirmed anything because I go on your show and say crazy things that makes me unconfirmable. But President Trump, that's probably President Trump's most important appointment is the attorney general. And we need an attorney general who's going to go over there and clean house and get rid of these partisan actors like Jack Smith, who should be fired on day one, on January 20th at noon. His entire office should get fired. And you know what? I would say to Jack Smith today, it's election day, so I'll say something controversial. Right now, you're the hunter. Jack Smith, after today, you're going to be the hunted, legally, politically, and financially.
Normally, I'm a guy of forgiveness and peace. I don't want to attack people who have done me wrong. It's kind of like what Jesus teaches you. You don't try and seek revenge. But these people, they're almost asking for it because it seems they are the only ones that are breaking the law, and they're doing so repeatedly, just trying to circumvent the democracy at every step. So I think rules are rules. We have to prosecute anybody who breaks the law. We can't stop forgiving these people because that's what Donald Trump back in 2016 with Hillary Clinton. He forgave her so that the country would be united once again. But because Trump took the high road in 2016, they went after him with everything they had in 2020. They were doing everything in their power to make this man's life a living hell. So I think this is just justice. If we don't expel these evil people from their positions, they're just going to continue to live there, and then once Trump leaves, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. So we need to get rid of these people because they are part of the problem in Washington, D.C. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. Do you think Donald Trump should go after Jack Smith, or you think he should let bygones be bygones and just try and heal this nation? Let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.